Samsung Galaxy Buds2 Pro promises studio-quality sound, real-time language translation in your ear, and next-level noise canceling. Either we've reached pocket-sized audio perfection or it's another round of expensive confusion. On paper, you get 24-bit hi-fi audio, intelligent ANC that hushes even loud commutes, head-tracked 360 audio, and IPX7 water resistance. Sounds criminally generous for a pair of earbuds. But here's the thing, features like Live Translate and 24-bit only fully work inside Samsung's walled garden. Here's what caught my attention after real-world testing on a Galaxy S23, a Windows laptop, and an iPhone. I wore them at the gym, on a flight, and through a week of calls. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Let's set expectations. Samsung says Buds 2 Pro delivers studio sound, blocks the loud stuff, and syncs flawlessly with your Galaxy life, while also surviving sweat and rain. The big promises: 24-bit hi-fi audio with enhanced 360-degree surround. Intelligent ANC plus voice, detect that auto drops volume for conversations. Live Translate and interpreter features when paired to a compatible Galaxy phone. IPX7 water resistance and easy pairing auto switch across Galaxy devices. Sounds impressive, right? Pretty bold claims for earbuds under $200 on sale, but here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim studio quality 24-bit audio. What you actually get depends entirely on your phone. Here's why. 24-bit hi-fi uses Samsung's seamless codec, which only runs on Galaxy phones with recent One UI. Pair these to an iPhone or many Androids and you fall back to AAC or SBC, no fancy 24-bit. And even on Galaxy, Bluetooth bandwidth plus earbud noise floors mean you won't hear 144 dB of dynamic range like a real 24-bit studio file. Translation. It sounds very good, cleaner highs, tight bass, but let's be real, it's not literal studio gear in your ears. They claim intelligent ANC quiets even the loudest outside sounds. Reality. ANC is strong, close to the top tier. On a subway in a 3-hour flight, low-frequency rumble was tamed well, just a notch behind the absolute best from Bose and Apple. Voices and keyboard clatter were reduced but not erased. Voice Detect automatically lowers your music and opens ambient mode when you start talking. Cool trick, but wind or a cough can occasionally trigger it. You can disable or tweak it, but it's not magic. They claim enhanced 360 audio gives you personalized surround. Reality, it works only with newer Galaxy phones and the effect adds space and head tracking for movies and some apps. Fun for YouTube and streaming titles that support it. For music, it adds reverb and positional flavor, not always an upgrade. Also, 360 audio can increase power draw slightly. They claim you can record 360 audio like a pro. Reality, the 360 audio recording feature is limited to select Galaxy models S23 series and newer, Z Flip 4 Fold 4 and up, and specific software versions. If that's you, vlogging with binauralish audio is genuinely cool. If not, that bullet point doesn't apply. They claim auto switch across devices. What you actually get is smooth handoff within the Galaxy ecosystem, only phones, tablets, and Galaxy watches logged into the same Samsung account. Use a Windows laptop, an iPad, or a non-Galaxy Android, you don't get true multipoint. You'll be manually disconnecting and reconnecting. That's not switching, that's expensive confusion. They claim IPX7 water resistance. Reality, the buds themselves handle sweat and rain and can survive a brief dunk in fresh water. The case is not water resistant and pool or beach water is a no-go. If the buds get wet, you have to dry them before putting them back in the case or charging. Battery life claim versus reality, rated up to about 5 hours with ANC on, around 8 without, with the case bringing you into the high teens with ANC. In my testing with ANC on and 24-bit enabled on a Galaxy, I averaged 4.5 to 5 hours at 60–70% volume. Calls drain faster, that's fine but not class-leading. Call quality. In quiet rooms, voices are clear and forward. In wind and traffic, the mics work hard and do okay, but you'll still hear gusts and honks. Several user reviews echoed the same. Great at home, decent on the go, not miracle working outdoors. Here's the plot twist, the translation features. Live translate in calls and interpreter mode face-to-face actually work well, but only with supported Galaxy phones and specific language packs. It's slick for travel or language exchanges. Outside that bubble, the buds don't do the translating, the phone does, and not every phone qualifies. Sound quality, dual driver tuning delivers a V-shaped signature, punchy bass, crisp treble, and a slightly recessed mid-range that still keeps vocals present. With a Galaxy device using the Samsung codec, detail retrieval improves, cymbals sparkle without harshness, and bass hits with control rather than boom. On iPhone, you still get engaging sound via AAC, just a hair less depth. Compared side by side with Sony WF-1000XM5, Sony offers a warmer, more expansive stage. Apple AirPods Pro 2 have slightly cleaner mids, but Buds 2 Pro hit harder down low. Noise cancellation and call quality, ANC is legitimately strong. Plain hum, significantly reduced. Office chatter, softened but audible. The voice detect feature is handy at a cafe, though it can false trigger. Ambient mode sounds natural enough to hold short conversations without yanking a bud out. For calls, tri-mic arrays plus beamforming isolate your voice well indoors. Windy sidewalks still challenge it. Users rate it solid for meetings, average for street calls. Battery and connectivity, real world with ANC on lands around 4.55 hours per charge. The case adds roughly 2 to 3 recharges. Wireless charging and USB-C are onboard. Bluetooth 5.3 brings good stability. Here's what nobody tells you: no standard multi-point. Auto switch is great if you live in Samsung's world. Otherwise, you're juggling connections. Gaming latency is acceptable on Galaxy with game mode. On laptops, you may notice slight lag. Comfort and build, at about 5.5 G per bud, they're compact and comfy with a snug fit that stays in place while running. The matte finish resists smudges and the case is pocketable. IPX7 on the buds eases sweat anxiety. The case, again, is not water resistant. Review pulse check. Amazon rating around 4.4 stars lines up with my experience. Most praise sound and ANC, with knocks on battery expectations and the lack of multi-point. Some users mention voice detect quirks and occasional touch control misfires. Verdict: recommended if you're in the Galaxy ecosystem. At around $188.95, Buds 2 Pro are a strong value for Galaxy owners who want punchy sound, robust ANC, slick auto switch, 360 features, and translation tricks. If you're on iPhone or non-Galaxy Android, buy with caution. You'll lose 24-bit 360 recording and the best handoff magic. Pros: lively sound, strong ANC, comfy fit, IPX7 buds, wireless charging. Cons: no true multi-point, average battery, ecosystem locks on premium features. Worth it if you're team Samsung. Otherwise, consider AirPods Pro 2 for iPhone or Sony WF-1000XM5/Pixel Buds Pro for broader compatibility. Stay savvy out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions or want me to compare Buds 2 Pro versus Pixel Buds Pro head-to-head? Drop a comment. Next up, the budget buds that embarrass some flagships. Catch you in the next one.